Okay. It's so fucking fire. How should you do that so fast? Whoa! Hey guys, it's philzeroyt here. So, the craziest thing just happened. So I know a few of you have commented how I haven't listened to any of the Warning's new songs yet. And to be honest, I don't even know which song is new and which isn't, but everything I've heard has been good. But I do know that you guys have been saying that Automatic Sun is one of their newer songs, so I was like, yeah, let's do it. So here's the crazy thing. So I was gonna do that studio version over that live video, Tecate Norte Festival or something like that. And just as I was setting up my camera, my lights, and my phone buzzed and I got a notification from YouTube. The Warning just posted a new video. Automatic Sun live at Jimmy Kimmel. If that's not some crazy, beautiful serendipity, I don't know what is. Cause I was actually like 10 seconds away from just pressing play on the studio version before I got the notification. But sometimes these things just happen and we take those. We take those all day. And here we go. Really? Okay. Okay, this is gonna be one of those early pause videos. Actually, this is also gonna be the first early guitar video. So something that stuck out immediately is that Danny's guitar and Dali's bass are tuned really low. I think they're in like drop B. Wait, they're in drop A? So for those who don't know, drop tuning is when you tune your guitar down to play lower notes. So standard tuning's in E, meaning the lowest note I can play is an E. But as I tune this down, I now have access to all these lower notes. And most modern metal bands usually go down to like a C-ish. But Danny and Ali went all the way down to A, which you don't hear often. You also need thicker guitar strings to do this, otherwise they get all floppity-flop like this. So if you watch them play this live in concert, you'll notice that right before the song, Danny and Ali will change out their guitars. And by guitars, I mean bass guitar as well. Like they'll have other guitars with different strings and different tunings ready for them in the back. And that way they can just swap them depending on the song's tuning. So if you've ever noticed musicians switching out their instruments during a concert, this is one of the reasons why. I can't believe they're in drop A, that's so cool. It's kind of like a meme in the metal world. Search up drop A tuning on YouTube and you'll see tons of joke videos on it. They're like, how to be metal. Okay, Danny. Really? Okay. Whoa. Okay. Wow. Okay. So there's a lot of stuff to unpack here. I gotta do this section by section. I kept wanting to pause at certain points, but the song wouldn't let me. It just kept pulling me along. Like, you know when you're at a party and you have to go to the washroom, but you're in the middle of a really fun conversation and you want to keep talking, but you also need to pee. Okay, so something I caught is that the drum kick and the snare and the bass and the guitar, they were all completely locked into each other, like note for note. Even the buka buka were in sync. The drums went buka buka, and the guitar and bass went da 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 da. Right there. So all the instruments on every note are like locked into each other. So you're getting like full emphasis on all the instruments. Like the bass isn't just walking off and the guitar and the drums aren't just doing their own thing. All three instruments are like completely locked in sync, so every note feels more like thick and punchy. And I appreciate this because, like, naturally as instrumentalists, there's always like this temptation to like sneak in more notes. And guitarists out there, you know you do this, don't lie. Guitarists are the guiltiest of doing this, specifically rock guitarists. And I know this because I did this all the time. So if the riff is something simple like this, I have to play it on this string because I'm in a different tuning. Guitarists have like this reflex to want to like add more stuff in there. Which, you know, might sound cool too, but when you do stuff like that, like you wouldn't get that like focused impact on every single note. Then Danny does like a cool fun thing somewhere here, where she strummed the headstock of her guitar. So she's strumming this part of her guitar. Mine will sound different because I'm in a different tuning, but how'd she do that so fast? But that's always cool hearing it used in a song. Okay, so I'm gonna nerd out on the vocal composition here because there are a lot of cool things going on in the verse and the pre-chorus. The verse vocals almost feel like they're offbeat. It almost seems like a different groove. I'll play it again, but see if you can notice that. So the vocals aren't like locked into the grid. They're kind of just floating around based on like the feel and the vibe of the song. Like if you've ever heard terms like in the groove or in the pocket, this is kind of what that means. So she's not going da 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 da. You hear how that's very like locked together? It's almost like robotic sounding. But Danny's singing in the pocket, which is more like da 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 da. You hear the difference? So almost every note is like just slightly off. Like they're a bit faster or slower, or they're a bit longer or shorter. So when the notes aren't all like perfect and locked together, it gives the melody like a whole different feel. Oh. Okay, I see what they're doing. So remember what I talked about at the start? About how all the instruments were like locked together? Like da 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 da. So they've got the instrumentals like super locked in and like emphasized, but that's contrasted with the vocals, which are kind of just loose and floating around. Okay. Now that's clever. I love it. And then the next part goes back on grid. Okay. Okay, I figured out what they're doing. Oh, that's so cool. Okay, anyone who says that the warning songs are so easy and not technical enough, just because Danny doesn't do like power metal solos and they don't have like 8 time changes and 8 key changes, those people don't know what they're talking about. The warning is so technical, but like in their own way. I think we often forget that music is an art. And it's not a science. And the Warning Girls are playing a whole different game. They're not in the shred game. That's like saying a black metal vocalist sucks because they can't sing like a 16-note vocal riff. Like, it's a different style of music. Like, one is not better than the other. How can you compare? Whatever. So this whole vocal composition is so fucking fire. I don't think a lot of people realize how genius this is. So the vocals start off grid, kind of like floaty. Then it goes back on grid. And then she does like this laggy falling effect after. So what she's using at the end there is called triplets. How do I explain this without getting too nerdy? So a triplet is when you fit 3 notes evenly into the space of 2 notes. So that's why triplets kind of like feel a bit off. And triplets today are usually heard more in like R&B and hip hop because there's a lot more groove to it. There's even a whole genre of rap that only uses triplets. Like, you guys know that choppy rap flow? Da 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 da. It's all triplets. Okay, back to the song. So the verses vocals are off grid, they're kind of just floating around, and then the pre-chorus vocals are like super locked into the grid. And then she goes into triplets, which are technically on grid, but like it feels off grid. Then the chorus hits. So she's not just giving us 3 melodies and 3 rhythms, she's also giving us 3 types of rhythms. Jesus, this in itself is already such a composition flex, which unfortunately I think a lot of people don't even realize or care about. And I mean, that's fine, like people don't have to care, but I care, Danny. I care. So in the chorus, the vocal melody jumps from her chest voice straight up to her head voice. And this is not very common, you don't hear this much because it's kinda risky. Like for those who are interested, I talked a bit more in depth about this in my choke reaction and in the Into the Drone reaction by The Cost. So the short of it is, there are 3 sections in your voice. You've got your chest voice, your mixed voice, and then your head voice. And usually melodies will go from one section to the next to the next. This way the singer can kind of prepare for like the jumps into the next section. But in this chorus, Dani skips the entire middle section, her mixed voice, and she goes from chest straight up to head. And that takes a lot of confidence because when you're making such a big jump and you miss the note, it's gonna stick out a lot. But I mean, we all know the warning well enough to know that they wouldn't even care if they missed the note. They're just gonna continue sending it, and like, that's what we love about them. Okay.
Try not to think about it too much.
Ooh.
The way the weight of everything's just an unavoidable headache.
That's
The way
spicy.
you hurt me's never enough. This addiction's hard to give up. If you want it all, then just take it, take it, take it. Burning your automatic soul. Look what you're doing to me. You're psychosomatic. Look what you're doing to me. Look what you're doing to me. Look what you're doing to me. Look what you're doing to me.
Woo, okay, the halftime. Okay. Wow, my pausing game felt completely off this video, but the song wouldn't let me pause, so I just have to pause by the feel of the song. I'm in the pocket. So I think this song is like their most commercial sounding song, at least from what I've heard so far. Like this song sounds like it can be in like a video game or a movie or something. Oh, that'd be so cool to hear one of their songs in a video game. So I am really impressed in how creatively they structured like the vocals and the verse and the pre-chorus. And this seems to be like a common thing with the warning, because obviously the chorus is like the part of a song that people remember the most. It's usually like the most catchy part and it's like the star of the song. But there are a lot of songs out there, which I'm sure you guys can think of a bunch off the top of your head, where the chorus is great, but then the verses kind of feel like low effort and a bit lackluster. And what I really appreciate about the warning is that they seem to put just as much, if not more, effort into the verses as they do the chorus. And that just really speaks to their musicianship. And it's something that, like, you don't need to know all the nerdy music stuff, but you can still hear and feel when a song is written with more thought and intention. Oh, why am I still wearing these? So I think I figured out what it is I like about the Warning's writing style so much. Everything they put into their songs is put there with intention. Like at the beginning, when all the instruments were like locked into each other, and it felt very rigid and tight. And then Dani comes in with like these smooth, floaty vocals, which are like the complete opposite of the instrumentals. And then the next section, the vocals snap back on grid. And then the triplets, and then the chorus hits. Like every one of those elements were all done intentionally. Like there's no chance that was done by accident. It's funny, I think I've said that in every video about them, that they're not doing this stuff by accident. And this genius vocal composition like confirmed that. So thanks to everyone who suggested this song. And I do see all the other suggestions, and I'll get to them all eventually, but their shows which I got tickets for are coming up in like 3 months. I know they also just released their new album, which I'm not letting myself check out yet. So I've got my work cut out. I even cleaned up some things on my schedule so I can make this happen, or at least the best I can. So if you like this kind of video, please consider subscribing. It really does help me out. And as always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Haha! What? You want to be in the video?